everything from quantum technology, new architecture, machines, and so much more. Satisfactory just dropped the biggest 1.0 trailer yet, and there is dozens of new awesome items that we need to talk about. And yes, I know it feels like every 3 days I say that they've dropped the biggest trailer yet, but trust me, this one is the best by far. Quickly, a massive thank you to everyone that has subscribed since last night. You guys have absolutely been smashing it on the channel recently, and I'll continue to provide you with more content just like this. But without further ado, let's get straight into it because we've got a long one today. So the first thing we can see here is the brand new barrier. This is confirmed to be coming in 1.0 and it looks absolutely amazing. Second of all, we've also got a brand new wall which I've never spotted before. This is it right here. At first I thought it was like a regular wall but painted in grey, but as we can see, this part here seems to jut out a little bit, as we can tell by this, which is pretty awesome. So yes, this does appear to be a brand new metallic wall. In the second image, we get a quick sneak peek at this item right here, but if we click onto our next image, we can see it a lot better. This is obviously some sort of quantum liquid looking thing. It appears to be a liquid, maybe it's not, but it looks really cool either way, and this is just a really good shot at it as well. Now, this next thing I'm generally quite happy with. First of all, here's a very quick tease at the brand new fence coming into the game. Congrats if you're able to spot that. I don't know why there's just one of them there, but it's still pretty cool. As we can see, we've got some aluminium ingots, as well as this brand new item that we just saw coming into this. This is a brand new machine. In fact, I made a video a couple weeks ago talking about what I thought was a brand new machine, and I saw some people saying no, it's just something that they built, but no, I was correct. Again, this is a brand new machine coming into the game, and it seems to be spitting out something which is new. I think this is a type of bronze ingot, but as you'll see later on, I think I know exactly what this is going to make. And in fact, here is an even better angle at this quote-unquote bronze-looking ingot, and apologies for the pixels on the screen, by the way, but here we go. We've got some sort of bronze going into a constructor, but what does it produce? Well, I don't think it produces caterium ingots. I think caterium ingots is used to make this, but instead, this is what I think it makes. You can't quite see it from this angle, but it seems to be like an A-shaped bar of something, like an A-shaped bar of gold, which looks really cool. And this obviously has something to do with something brand new in 1.0, and it seems to be a combination of caterium, maybe even a couple of these things as well. I don't yet, obviously, no one know, well, except for a few people they know, obviously. But we're just guessing at this point, but that's still pretty cool either way. But moving on now, we've got this image, and wow, there is a lot to unpack. And what better place to start than the conveyor belts? Now, of course, this is just regular quartz crystals, and what we see here is indeed a brand new item, but we have got a much better image later on that I'll show you instead, rather than focusing on about 6 pixels on your screen. We can also see up here, at first I thought this was just regular poly resin, but the more I zoom into, again, like the 4 pixels currently on my screen, I can see it looks a bit different. It doesn't look like plastic, and it doesn't look like any sort of polymer resin. This looks like some sort of blue ingot, but again, that's quite difficult to confirm. And this thing over here could be anything, but again, the pixels are so bad, there is no point even trying to concentrate on that. Obviously, we have got these 2 brand new machines, some sort of like quantum encoder, I think is the wording that's being used in the Satisfactory community. But we haven't got an official name for them as of right now, but we'll get a much closer look later on. But I do want to say, the way that this factory is like laid out looks really cool. Moving on, we have got this see-through substance. And remember earlier when I said that I was going to show you what this was? Yeah, this is basically what it is, but much closer up. And this thing looks really freaking cool. It's definitely see-through. I don't know what it is, obviously, but damn, this thing looks absolutely awesome. Here is another really cool angle, as we can see, but what I want to pay more attention to is this behemoth looking machine over here. At first I thought this was just a blender or something, but the more I look closer, seeing the purple smoke, I think this is a brand new machine, and it does remind me a little bit of that dreadnought from Warhammer. I don't know why, I think it's this part right here, like the shield looking part. I don't know, I'm getting Warhammer Space Marine Dreadnought vibes. Anyway, for the 3 people that understood that reference, maybe you get it as well. But maybe it's just me. Anyway, this thing looks absolutely incredible. Obviously, it's got something to do with quantum physics, as we can see by the purple smoke that we can see, which again is rather awesome. But moving swiftly on, and again, we get a much better view of the man. I think this is the best angle we've actually got so far of it, and yep, the new exterior thing does indeed look really, really awesome. Something else I would love to pay attention to, again, is this bad boy machine here in the back. And we can see that this gold A that I was talking about a few slides back goes into here with quartz crystals. And it goes into the, again, I'm just going to call it a quantum encoder, even though we don't know the official name. It goes into the quantum encoder with some water, I believe that is. And it forms whatever comes out of here, including some sort of purple liquid or a purple gas, which we'll see in just a millisecond. But I must say, let's just pay very quick attention to this beautiful copper color in the game. It looks so shiny. It's so freaking shiny. I don't know what color this is, if it's like a pattern you can unlock, because remember one of the very first 1.0 trailers we saw this gold looking pattern? It appears there's now a copper one as well. So that is absolutely awesome. And also we get to see our quantum computers, I believe that is. In fact, here's an even better angle at it. We can't necessarily see what's coming into it, unfortunately. We can see some quick wire. That seems to be going into a blender. Then whatever comes out of that blender is going into here. If we go back a few slides, again, these are the 2 machines we were just looking at from about this angle, looking towards here. We seem to have, again, this blue mysterious object going into here, and then that then forms a quantum computer. But again, we can't see the exact angle, but we can see what looks like a splitter there and a splitter there. So it seems like this combines with something else to then go into the machine. But again, this is all just speculation, and we don't know everything involved in the process. But one thing we do know is this. Holy crap, this thing looks beautiful. And also, new fence in the background, wow. But yeah, again, this looks absolutely amazing. I don't know what this is. I haven't got a clue, so please don't ask me yet. But either way, this looks beautiful. This is probably like one of my favorite items in the whole of Satisfactory. And again, we get a much closer look here at the quantum computer. And this thing, again, just looks beautiful. Are you guys as excited as I am? I mean, make sure you are subscribed, because I'll be covering everything new in Satisfactory 1.0. But of course, we are not quite done there, because as we can see, coming into this, again, quantum encoder, we've got 1 liquid, and not 1, not 2, but what appears to be a minimum of 3 entry points coming into this thing. We've got these golden A's that we saw earlier, and we've also got this. What the heck is this? We don't even know what this is even made from. This is brand new, just popped out of nowhere. I'm guessing there's also something on this conveyor belt, but we can't currently see it, unfortunately. But yeah, this thing looks sick. Another brand new item. See, I wasn't joking at the introduction of the video when I said there was dozens of new things. I mean, this trailer is dope. It reveals so much freaking stuff. Such as this. We've got another really cool angle of the copper pipes. And of course, this mysterious purple liquid or gas. I think it will be a liquid, but you know what? Let's wait and see. Let's not count our chickens until the feast is over. Moving on, again, going back to this weird machine and another really cool angle. This might even be the thumbnail for today's video. It looks so cool. We've got a bunch of nuclear pasta, and pay attention to this. This is important, because I've seen some misinformation going around about these things, which we'll talk about in just a wee second. We've also got some concrete. I don't think that has anything to do with this, necessarily. We also have this beautiful looking crystal thing, and whatever the hell this is. Again, coming out of this brand new machine, which seems to take center stage in 1.0. So does this quantum encoder as well, but both of these brand new machines seem to have a massive role to play, and we know for a fact there's a guaranteed minimum of 3 new machines, and it seems to be producing some sort of, like, well, for me at least, this looks like some sort of like nuclear kind of thing. The shape does kind of remind me of the first ever atomic bomb, and this, I believe this is Oppenheimer stood next to it. Maybe this isn't an atomic bomb, but maybe it's something similar, because we seem to have some sort of nuclear or plutonium waste. Where has this come from? Is it something to do with this? I don't know. It seems to be coming from about this side of the screen, but that's potentially concerning if any of these off products involve nuclear waste, because we already have enough of that going around at the minute. But this isn't the only ball-shaped item coming into 1.0. We also have this beautiful, whatever the hell this thing is. Again, this looks like a lamp from IKEA. And as we move on, this thing does look absolutely incredible though. Okay, remember earlier when I said to pay attention to the nuclear pasta? The reason why I said that is because of this. I've seen a couple people saying, oh no, they've changed the way that nuclear pasta looks. This is now the new nuclear pasta design. It's not. This is just what this thing's producing. And it seems like this machine does indeed produce one liquid or gas and one solid. We know that this is not the only solid that this thing does produce, but this, for a fact, is one of them. And it looks really, really cool. It looks a bit like a power shard as well. Maybe it is a power shard. I mean, I think that is. That is a power shard. That is most definitely a power shard. Oh, that's incredible. We can now make power shards. That's actually awesome. That's going to save me so much time. Although this machine is most definitely like a late game machine. So later on, I suppose, if you want power shards and don't want to spend hours looking for them, you can now craft them. That's dope. The final thing I would love to talk about is this. Of course, this image doesn't do it justice, so I'll just play the very short clip of it that we have in the background. But it appears that we have got Mark 6 conveyor belts coming into the game, which is so cool. I literally just made a video yesterday talking about Mark 6 conveyor belts, and within 2 hours of me releasing that video, they then show this teaser. I mean, what are the odds? Anyway, that will just about do it for today. Thank you so much for watching, have an amazing rest of your day, and again, make sure you do stick around if you like Satisfactory content. Thank you for watching, and remember, Godspeed.